Now I have the mic. Hello, hello, everybody. Look at me. I am just frazzled here. Gosh, help me. Lord, help me. I need a lot of help right now. That's what I need. So, hoping everybody's having a fabulous day today. Crazy. I know we're building up to this full moon. The full moon is on Sunday. All those who ordered their full moon meditations, they'll be getting them on Friday, Saturday. So you'll be receiving them then. Uh, I'm in the midst of a blitz of. It's funny because this energy is all about releasing, letting go things that are no longer in alignment with you. Oh, look at my horns are sticking up. Things that you no longer need, like you're done with, things that you're done with. Now, for me, when this energy comes up, oh, I have to be so careful because I can just chuck the baby out with the bathwater. So I really have to check myself in everything that I am doing and letting go of. I have a habit of just tossing everything out. Basically, I've done that before, and I feel that's where I'm at again. I'm at this point where it's time to release a lot of stuff, and it's stuff that needs to be released. And sometimes it's, for some people it's people. And I think over the past few years, there's been a few people that were close to me that are now released. And the people that I have around me right now, and the people that are very close to myself and my family, um, are the people that have been with me through thick and thin for like 5-6 years, some a shorter time, but they've been with me for a little while now. And so it's like it's like they've put up with the shenanigans and the craziness of the guru mama. Others have either gotten tired of me or frustrated with me or upset with me, pissed off with me, and have gone their separate ways. So, which is fine. That's what happens. Sometimes things just don't align. But a few things that I'm going to be starting to do, and um, one of the big things that I want to start doing is releasing stuff. So, what does that mean? Over the next little while, I'll be posting pictures of altar cloths, essential oils, books, tarot cards, other types of cards that I don't need or I don't use. Like they're sitting there. They're beautiful cards. They're beautiful things, but they sit there. And when stuff sits there and it's not getting used, I think it's time to release it and let it go to a new home that it's going to get released. I have some books I know I definitely will keep because there's an attachment to them. There's information I still utilize with them or I teach from them. Other ones are, you know what? It's time to go. It's time to let it go. And this is where looking at the light to move forward. So moving forward on a new road of adventure. And that's where I want to go. I want to go on this new road. I want to go be able to go on this road with a lighter load. And that's physically, spiritually, and mentally. And one of the things is, I just cleaned the top shelf of my cupboards. Oh my God. Just on one side and purged. I couldn't believe how much stuff was on there. Anyways, purged a whole bunch of just things that were sitting there for so long that it was time to let them go. So I let them go. I threw them out, and some are, some containers I'm still keeping, and other containers they went to a better place, let's say. So want to know how all you are all doing today. My husband and I, we he has my phone and I have his phone, so I can't post anything on Instagram, or I could probably post things on Instagram and TikTok. So no, not TikTok, but I can do it on my Instagram and stuff. So, and do that and post things there. Um, I just want to know how all of you are feeling, because I know I'm heading into a new road. I'm heading towards something different, and I'm not too sure exactly what it is. Some things I know are that'll be the same, that I'll still be doing, which will be reading and doing, workshops. And oh, that's interesting. I just got from somebody upcoming price increases. And that's the other thing, is that you're going to find a lot of people increasing their prices, and especially if they have to ship out. If they have to ship out, they have to increase shipping costs. So you're going to find things like on Amazon and stuff, people unable to purchase things, so they're going to or they can't, the shipping is just going to be one of those things. So that's the same way with me. If somebody sees something, they want it, and they're out of town, either they have to come and pick it up, or they got to pay for the shipping, because shipping is um crazy right now. The shipping is just, you know through the roof. So things like that. So I know I don't even know who's on here right now. I think I'm just talking to myself. Which is fine. Which is fine. I don't mind. Sometimes I just talk to myself, and to see who see what answers I get, because sometimes I get the best answers when I just talk to myself, you know? I don't know about you. The energies, I mean, there's some real beautiful energy out there to go out and to release and let go. You can do that, or you could go down to the deep dive. I'm here. I just found you. You found me. I'm saved. Thank you. You know, I've just been babbling on because I've been cleaning and purging, and I just did the top shelves of all my cupboards, and I took everything basically down from the top shelves. I did the one half, the big half, and then I got to do the one over top of the stove. That's the next one to do. And then clean out all behind the stove and the fridge and shit. So that's what I got to be doing. And um getting rid of stuff. Like, there's so much stuff I have to get, like, donate, sell, things like that. It's like, I think every 5 years people should do this. If you've lived in your house for, let's say, 15 years or whatever, it's amazing how much stuff you accumulate. And this is a time, I think, every 5 years, even less, every 3 years, people should go through their house and say, okay, this is a purge. This is a purge week. And for me, this is a purge week. I'm not sure when the realtors will be coming in. I think on Saturday, to take a look at the house. And through that, I'll just let them know I'm, in the midst of clearing all the shit out, like clearing as much as I can, and then getting the yard cleared up, cleaned up, and doing that. There's, I'm looking over to the side here. There's 2 buckets, apple buckets, and they're filled with stuff. And I'm just like, it's like, has to go. Like, there's stuff in there that has to go. I have things from markets that I used at markets that have to go. I'm looking at this beautiful altar cloth in front of me, and it's a lotus flower, and it's nice and it's beautiful, but I feel it's time to move on from it. Like, I'm done with it. And I have another Ganesh one, a beautiful blue one, which I just found. Hang on. And it's brand new. Brand new. See, it's beautiful. I love it. It's gorgeous. Um, you know, do 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 do. But I'm done with it. I'm it's where I'm going to have a big garage sale and have a call it the pagan garage sale and sell a bunch of stuff. Um, there's tarot cards and stuff that I have here. Like I bought this deck. It's a very cool deck. It's beautiful, but I think I've used it like 2 or 3 times and I love it, but it doesn't register with me. And people sort of get that. Um, there's the pagan one. I've used this one quite a few times. Not quite a few times. I mean, the deck is still in perfect order. I mean, still, yeah, beautiful order. The book's still like brand new. Cards are great, but it sits here, and I always go back to my reader writer deck. Reader writer, writer or die, ride or die. So there's a lot of things like that, and I feel, when I'm in this mood, this is where I have to sort of look at and really take the time and say, is this truly what I want to let go of, or is this what I just are in the mood and I'm just tossing everything? So that's what I have to look at as well. It's like looking at what am I ready? Am I really ready to release it? I have things that I had in the market, and they're in the boxes downstairs that need to go. Like and that's, when I look at with that Jupiter in Aries, that's what it is. Jupiter, as soon as it gets into Aries, this is about purging, letting go, releasing. Let's get going. Let's get moving. Let's start something new. Also, with the weirdness, you have the moon in Libra and the sun in Taurus, and they're making aspects to Venus, and Venus rules both those signs, right? So this is where, with Venus, making an opposition to the moon right now, and Venus rules, so it's making an opposition. And what are your relationships like? How are things moving? And it's not necessarily a physical relationship, it's a relationship to your stuff. What is your relationship to the things that you have around you? Is it a positive relationship? Is it a negative relationship? Is this really what you want to keep, or is this really what you want to let go? What is that feeling? And when I look at my Ganesh, and it's like, yeah, it's gorgeous, it's great, but it's sitting in a cupboard, and it's not like a linen closet or something that that I pull out once a year to utilize. So, that's the thing. If it was old, if I had a chateau, here we go. If I had a chateau and I had wardrobes filled with linen, then I think that would be different, because there'd be different things I'd be using it for in the chateau at different times or different seasons. Like having things out for the spring and doing, spring teas outside, or Easter, or summer solstice, and plus, I mean, the chateaus would be in France. So living in France, I mean, the weather's a little bit different than it is here in Calgary, Alberta. That's for sure. I can pretend that I live in a mini chateau. That's a very mini chateau. I think my whole house, my whole little house could fit in one room in the chateau, even one bedroom in the chateau. I would be fine to live in one of those bedrooms in the chateau. Just saying. But that's where I'm at right now, right? Hang it in his bedroom. Oh, that would be an idea. I'll see if Olivia wants to hang it in his bedroom. So little mama with him. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks for that idea. Um, for that. Yeah, so it's just, yeah. I feel excited yet scared for this next move. I'm ready in some ways, but I'm not in other ways. Financially, not ready at all. Like, not at all. Steve's getting more hours at work. He's at work right now, and then we have a doctor's appointment, and then he has, what does he have after that? Nothing. Then he works tomorrow night. So so he has a lot of things there, like he's working, which is good. You're full of ideas. I love your ideas. I love it because it's like I'm just here by myself and just I have my own thoughts and talking to myself. So, sometimes the person that you're talking to, you may not like the answers that come back. So having another objective view is kind of cool. So yeah, it's one of those, it's coming clean with a new identity and paying attention. This is about pruning, and that's the other part that I got is I am pruning because there's some dead weight, that needs to go. When we had orchards and worked in orchards and stuff like that in Penticton, um, with my brother-in-law, I mean, it's you prune, you even prune in the fall and parts of the winter. So it's releasing all of that dead foliage, those parts that aren't bearing the fruit, right? And that's the thing is like you got to release those, you got to let it go because you don't want the dead fruit around anymore. And maybe you've been carrying it for a while. How's he doing? He's I don't think he's doing as well as what he thinks he's doing. I think it's very overwhelming for him to be doing all this work right now, and it's very hard on him. He's very fatigued and frustrated, and with the frustrations he gets angry, a little bit more angrier than usual. um, and I think it's the frustration that he's feeling. So he's going through a lot of frustration. He does go to the intake place in Friday. That's tomorrow morning, to see. And they were kind of surprised he went back to work already. But we can't sit around and wait 6 weeks for them to give him the A-OK to do it. We are not we're not set up for retirement. That's why the other reasons. And if people are unaware that I'm looking for another job, I'm looking for a part-time or full-time job that I can, to bring in a consistent money. And that's the other part. That's, my brother's struggling with the same. Yeah, and it's frustrating. It is very frustrating. I mean, he was very lucky. His the stroke was mild. He's very lucky that but for him it's a person who semi-active. I mean, he's gotten a little bit late. He says he's active. He's not really that active anymore, but he used to be. So maybe in his head he's active. It's like me. I used to be active, but that's an active person that's no longer in this body. So it's totally different. But that's the thing. It's like the changes, um that are happening, the changes that are happening within our lives. And I know, here's the next, is like, I know in stepping in this next new adventure for this new 12 years that are coming forward, I'm the one who's got to be the sole provider in the family for him. Really, big, yeah, loss of independence, and big men they don't like that. No. And Steve, I mean, he's been the one who's been providing for the last, for quite some time, with a very great job, steady job. And, being a security person. Yet, when they lost the position, the contract where he was going, I just knew at that time, fuck, shit's going to start hitting the fan. Things are going to start changing. Wasn't sure exactly what the changes were going to be. And then you feel like, then he got a new job with a different company. And it seemed to be going great. He got 5 days a week. He was doing the 12-hour shifts. And it was just like, when you're coming up to that point where you're like, yes, we're going to be sailing. We're going to sail free now. He's going to be able to do this for another 6 months to a year. That's what we were planning on. And that would have been great. That would have been great. But that's not the way it happened. The boat went somewhere else. The boat went on another stream, and here we are on a different stream, going in a totally new different direction than what we thought we would be going. So now we're on this new stream. It's looking at what we need to immerse in our stuff, and where we come to immerse in things for our own selves. And even you find the hole in the boat, yes. And losing our identity, that's what Chiron in Aries is all about. You lose your identity. There's a lot of pain and everything that you got to go through with Chiron in Aries, right? Chiron in Pisces is like the spiritual revolution, and when Chiron was in Pisces, that was, people were starting to come out and they're reading tarot cards and they're doing all that. Now we're in Chiron in Pisces, which is where he was in the 70s, was this is like, people are trying to discover who they really are. It's the end of the love-ins and the hippies and things like that. Things, become a little bit harder and hardcore, and people come, a little bit more rougher around the edges kind of thing, and this is where you really have to look at what direction do I need to go into? What direction do I need to flow towards for my own self, for my own sovereignty, for my own peace of mind? And I think many of us are all going through that. And we're realizing that a lot of things that we used to do, we don't want to do anymore, or they're just not there, right? And this is like, I feel like this is, doing all the teachings that I'm going to do and get everybody caught up. That's my goal for this year, is getting all the classes taught up, and then see what happens at the end of the year. What direction do I step into from here? And the one thing I do know is that I'll always be reading and doing readings for people. Is it the teaching that's going to go on? It might be just Journey Club once a year. Maybe that's it. And that's kind of scary. And that's kind of because I like to do different things. I'm very spontaneous and I like to do different kind of classes. I love teaching many different things. But there's that part where it's like, is this really what I need to be doing at this time? That's the other part. There's the 3 workshops that are coming up with the shamanic astrology and spiritual cleansing in the karmic course. And the thing is they're great courses. They're fabulous courses. I got them all written up. They're all ready to go. But some people have already registered for the spiritual cleansing and the karmic classes. So I have them. And will be registered for those classes. So I have that. And I think I have 2 people for the shamanic astrology, and that's it. So, which is fine. So this is where you get to look at things with fresh eyes and a new outlook in the world, and step into that new road, however that's going to unfold. I've right now, every time springtime comes, I always want to go to the beach. I want to run away to the beach. I want to run away to the water and go somewhere with the water. It's funny because today I was looking at the Canadian website for travel, and I'm like, fuck, I can't even travel on a plane or a bus anywhere because of the stupid restrictions are still there. And that's the thing, is like the restrictions are and to me that's so stupid. Everything else is lifted, but this is in Canada. You can't even travel within your own country anywhere, except by car. So if I Maybe that's the thing. Get a motorhome and off I go. I can't even. I don't even think I can go to. I can't even go to the States. I can't cross the border without having the shot. So there's those are the weird things that are still happening, and um, those mandates that are happening that are restricting people in many ways. And some people are like, well, just get it still. And I'm just like, why would I get it now? I didn't want to get it in the beginning. What would change my mind with all the information, more information that's coming out, that's happening with this shot? And it's still considered experimental. So it's still considered an experimental shot. And if it's still considered experimental, why am I the rat? Why am I the guinea pig for this? And that's the other part with it as well. So it's totally ridiculous. It's just fucked up. So um this is heading forward and figuring it out from there. I feel like, I mean, this year for the mundane world, it's going to be tough. It is going to be a tough it's going to be a tough road ahead. This Between now and the full moon, it's getting us ready. I'm not taking any more new moon, any more mini readings for the moon at this time. My it's full um, for me at this time. So crime against humanity in more ways than one. It is. It's terrible crimes against humanity. It's terrible what's unfolding in the world at this time, and the things that are happening. And for I was just trying to see what's. Hang on. No. Yes, Matthias.
Can I when will my mom be here?
Not for a while. You're stuck here for a while because you decided to stay home.
Could I have?
If there's anything in there, yes. So he was sick today and had a melt. He said he was sick and had a meltdown. So Mama just got frustrated with it all. And
Nothing in there.
nothing's in there?
Nothing.
No. So got frustrated, and yeah, it's been, he was feeling sick this morning and he didn't want to go to school, and it was, I don't know if it was because we were late in dropping him off this morning, because I had to take Steve to work, and then
Because I was sick.
he said because he was sick. He was sick. Yeah, kids are feeling the energies. My kids have had. I know. I get. You know what? I totally agree with you, Chantel. And the thing is, for Olivia, he's missed so much school. Like, he has missed so much school through his through the cold that he had, which was for 3 weeks, and he was off and on home, and then finally home for a week to get better. And then, because of the medication the doctor gave him, he ended up with a rash. Hello, Mateus.
Can I have watermelon after you're done your client?
Yes.
Yay.
Are you, yes.
Cut up.
Yes, and I will cut it up. So it was, yeah, I'd rather spend the day with Mama than school, stressful school. It's, yeah. And he broke out in a rash from the they prescribed him amoxicillin. And with the amoxicillin, because he had 2 viruses in at the same time, our doctor that we go to shouldn't have prescribed it. He should have had blood tests done with him beforehand. But this is the thing. My daughter took him to the doctor, 2 different doctors, and they said he was fine. And I kept on saying, no, he's not. He's got, his chest is rattly. It's very raspy. It sounds like a bronchial problem. he needs something. He needs, I can get him the cough syrup and everything else. And he was still coughing and still sick, and the whole bit. And um yeah, it wasn't till the third week when I took him to my doctor, and then he prescribed him the amoxicillin. The amoxicillin worked because it killed whatever viral bacterial thing that was inside of him. But yet he ended up with a rash from head to toe, which isn't infectious, but it is. Now it's very blotchy. The poor kid, like he's gone through a lot. He's gone through a lot. I feel for him. My daughter's just frustrated because he's missing so much school. He's extremely bright, though. He catches back on. It's when he goes back to school, it's like he hasn't missed anything. Um, but it's that whole thing. And I know these energies. I mean, he's a Gemini, and he was born with Mercury retrograde. His Pluto's in Capricorn. He's his Neptune is in Pisces. So he has this, and his Neptune in Pisces is in his first house. So Pisces first house, oh my God. God bless anybody with Pisces in your first house, like is your first house in your chart, because you're very sensitive to everything and how you look and how you're seen. You're very overly cautious to what you are wanting to do. And that's your rising sign too. So he has his rising sign. So Neptune is his ruler. So he has Neptune as ruler, and that's part of his Neptune is also his ruler of the chart, even though he's Gemini. Mercury comes in there too, because Mercury is sort of the co-ruler. So you have Neptune and Mercury as the co-ruler. And then his moon is no, his rising sign is Aquarius. First sign, yeah, rising sign Aquarius. So even that's being very cautious, very questioning everything, knowing that he knows what he knows and trusts what he knows. And then his moon is in Libra. So he's all of this air, and then this water energy of emotion comes through. So he can go through these whirlwinds of energy. And today he just had a breakdown, and then I yelled. And that didn't help any, because I knew he had to go to school, and it was just sort of frustrating. And he said he was sick and his stomach was upset, and it was just like, oh my God, mama can't deal with meltdowns right now, because mama's on the close of her own meltdown, having to deal with the things that are going on in my own personal life that I feel that are out of control and very stressful for my own self, and let alone a little 6-year-old who's just feeling it probably 100 times more. Jesus. Lord, help us. Give us the strength to get through this, because fuck, it's a madhouse sometimes. It's a madhouse. Welcome to Alice in Wonderland. I told you all. What did I say? It's Alice in Wonderland meets Fantasia this year. That's how I described this year. Alice in Wonderland meets Fantasia. Have I been wrong? Have I been wrong? It certainly is Alice in Wonderland meets Fantasia. You know, with so many crazy loopy things that are going on with people. Oh my goodness gracious. Hi Shar, how are you? Good morning. I hope you're feeling better, love. On acid. Well, it's like, Alice in Wonderland, when Johnny Depp was the Mad Hatter. I mean, just to get into that role, you had to. It's like even the roles of the Joker, when people have had to do those roles as a Joker for Batman, it's a mental thing that you really have to get into this crazy mind of nuttiness. And I gotta say, it's he was born in 63, the same as I was, Johnny Depp. So thank God he's a Gen X. Because I think half the roles that he did, I don't think he would have survived, right? At all. Like he wouldn't be here with us. Getting outside helps us so much. It's beautiful out. My son has been telling me he's been having bad dreams. Do you know any way to help that? I have a dream catcher, or even making a special spray for him. You can make your own special like sage spray, and add things in there that he likes, like sage and or lavender, lime, things like that. And you can, um, and I going to buy some plants and going to buy. And I was just going to say, because Charlene just popped up a plant, but Chantel, you can put a plant in there as well if you want to put a spider plant or something in there. Would be absolutely fabulous. That would help too. And ask him to call in his angels or his guardian angels and stuff to watch over him and guide him as he sleeps. Doing those little things can really help. I know Mateus has had some really crazy dreams. Um, he had a dream of a carnival, and everybody died at the carnival. And he woke up and he said, "Somebody's going to die, mommy." And it was funny because I was dreaming that night I died, which was weird because I had a dream of my own death. It was a really bizarre dream because I was dead. And then some people could see me and some people couldn't see me. So I'd go up to the people and I'm like, "Are you sure you can see me?" You know? So it was really a bizarre dream. Bizarre dream. I've been having some really weird dreams as well. And just that, crazy energies. I got to write my dreams down. I know I had another one last night too, and it was pretty great. Pretty great. It could, yeah, definitely meaning rebirth. Death and rebirth, dreaming your own death. Definite. That's how I took it. I'm taking it as that. Actually, I wasn't freaked out. No, it's not. It's in a container in the fridge. It's in a margarine container in the fridge. Probably bottom shelf, right hand side. Um, I don't get freaked out over that. So, what is that? Oh, don't play with that. That's my hose for my stuff. Go put it back because I don't need it broken. I have no idea. Didn't seem super scared, just confused. Hard to find a way to explain all the spiritual things for an 8-year-old. Definitely, definitely. You know, um, bring in angels, bring in sprays, bring in things like that. Um, bring in prayer time before he goes to bed. Have a special prayer that you want to say with him before he goes to bed or she goes to bed. That would help as well. Doing that, and then that just brings you into a little routine. Gotta love family in the background. I know. How do you know when I'm doing a live shoot? So yeah, people in the background. It's just crazy. It's just wild. So, but at least I got part of my kitchen done. Um, so as I said, I'm going to be posting things that I'm going to be selling. If you are from out of town, I am not paying for your postage. If you want it, you got to pay for your postage. That's it. Um, so I'm going to be selling essential oils. I found oils down and check the room and check the room for monsters. Yeah, check the room for monsters, especially the closet. Monsters come through the closet and under the bed and the window. Those are three places monsters come in. So my essential oils, I'm going to sort of get them together because I'm going to be selling them. And I have fragrance oils downstairs, different fragrance oils, and they're still good. They're just in the containers and they're just still good. I don't make sprays anymore, Chantel. Like I don't even have the containers to make, I don't even have the spray cans to make them. I can give you a recipe if you want. I mean, and it's quite easy. If you have Florida water, to get Florida water, you can use Florida water, sage essential oil. If you have anything like cypress or birch or cedar, you could put in there. Um, I always put holy water in all my water. So, I mean, you could go to a Catholic church and get holy water, or you can order holy water from Our Lady of Lourdes. And so that's what I do. I bring in holy water from Our Lady of Lourdes, and I put a couple drops in all my sprays. So, so yeah. So that's, those are the kinds of things that's what I do. Um, grapefruit is really good. Grapefruit is actually really good for cleansing and clearing. I mean, some of the oils that some of them I'll keep for, my own personal use. Others, I mean, I think I have I'm going to say 50 Our Lady of Lourdes. Yeah. Or hang on, Our Lady of Lourdes, or hang on, let me get it for you. Just bear with me. um I'll just post it up here. I can also post it in the link below. But yes, Our Lady of Lourdes water. And it comes pretty quickly. They're pretty good at sending it out. Well, sorry guys if I disappeared on you. Now, why is it having oh, okay, it won't let me post, but Chantal, I'm going to post it on my Facebook page and you can get it from there. It's not letting me send you the link. So I'll put it on my Facebook page and it'll be there. So, because it just said it's having problems connecting for whatever reason. But I can do that for you. But yeah, it's Our Lady. You could Google too. You can Google holy water from Our Lady of Lourdes. And Lourdes is spelled Lourdes. So, and that's where I get holy water, and it comes right from the grotto there. So it comes straight from the grotto, and 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 it's all blessed and everything. So that's where I get my holy. You can make your own, but hey, man, if I'm getting it right from Our Lady of Fatima, hey, I'm going straight to the source, baby. I'm going straight to the source. So you want to send me a list of the fragrance oils and the other ones you have to sell, and I will touch base with you when we get back. Okay, sounds good, Char. Yeah, just give me some time to get it all done. I have stuff. I have coconut fragrance oil and stuff like that all downstairs. Some of this is really good for making candles. You can add it to candles if you want, as well. So it's all. I've used it. I've used it. So no problem. So, but that's all part of the thing, all part of the purging. Same with, some of the books and everything. They're ready to go. They're ready to go to a new home that they're going to be utilized. And that's what I want. Because I think books need to be utilized. Um, and just feeling wanting to get a lighter load. So maybe an RV or living in an RV is in my future, and that my husband and I are going to go live in an RV. Then for sure I'll never see my children. So that'll be kind of cool. So anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys I gotta love you and leave you. I got to make sure my little guy gets a little bit of lunch, and we are off to go get Papa from work, and onwards and upwards, people. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself with this energy. The sun is going on to will be going and hitting Algol this week, so be careful. Algo is the ruler of alcohol and stuff like that. So watch your consumption of booze. So I made sure, or he's having an opposition, not on top, but he's having an opposition with Algo, because Algo is, you know. So anyways, onward and upward, everybody. You guys have a fabulous day and enjoy your day. Enjoy the sunshine. I am going to go get some more shit done. So blessed be everybody. Talk to you later. Bye bye.